writing is the concise and simple and easy explanation of the topic and subject. So I welcome Kamraj sir for today's guidance lecture, which has been organized by our college, and it has become now tradition for a number of years for the benefit of the students and to score the better marks. Our college has taken this initiative to arrange such series of guidance lectures, and it is one such quality that makes MMB College stand apart from other colleges in the suburbs. So I once again welcome Kamraj sir on behalf of our principal, vice principal and teaching faculty, and I request him to start his guidance lecture. Thank you. Kamraj sir, dice is yours. I request Kamraj sir to begin the guidance lecture. Thank you.
Sir, we can't hear him.
Just wait for a moment. There must be some technical issue. So just wait for a second, minutes. It will be sorted out.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
I'll start. I'm sorry. There are some technical problems.
Yes, sir, no problem, sir.
Okay.
You can carry on.
Thank you very much. So this is Professor S. Kamraj. I am retired vice principal from NM College, Villeparle, Juhu. I have been teaching for last 37 years. Economics is my subject. Now, as all you are waiting for board exam and preparing very seriously for the exam, you will have anxiousness, expectation, and you will be interested in consultation, discussion to ensure that exam goes very well. Today's lecture, I'm going to join you just to coordinate in certain matters as such, how to write exam, what to write, how much to write, and what are the most important questions they'll ask, and also the pattern of question. So mainly I'll focus on the pattern of question, and each and every section I'll explain. See, you are all interested in scoring very high marks, and I'm going to give a lecture on how to score, how to write. You must know that all my points may not be that much interesting. It may be boring, but definitely I am ensuring it is going to be scoring. If you follow the steps, if you follow the instructions, if you follow what I advise you, certainly there is going to be a cover of protection in the exam hall, and you'll be able to score better, write better, present better. So first we'll go for objectives. Objectives this time, they give 20 marks total. It's huge marks. A person, a student who is interested in scoring above 70, out of 80, 20 marks per project, above 70, 75, 78, 79, because 99 is the first mark in economics. So it is not possible without scoring 79 out of 80. So every one of you has the potential to score that much. So every question, every section you have to take seriously. That's what I'm going to insist on. So first objective, the number one is that choose the correct option. This is the first type of objective. There are 7 types of objective, each carrying 5 marks. They are going to ask 4 types in which you are going to score 20 out of 20. So each and every type I explain one by one. Number 1, choose the correct option. They may give a statement. Suppose, for example, the branch of economics that is concerned with allocation of resources. Now, most of the students, what they do, they just read it and jump for the answer. They see the option. That is not the way. First of all, you have to be very careful in answering. It is not the answer that is more important. It is the style of answering that is more important. Because even if the correct answer, if you don't know how to present, it may be loss of marks. So you must be very careful. So I will advise, first, you read this statement twice. What is given? What is the given statement? See, there may be a twisted statement. You'll be trapped. You'll not be able to understand better. So first you understand the statement better. Branch of economics that is concerned with allocation of resources. That is how you will allocate resources. And if you have 10 rupees, or if you have 100 rupees, if you have 500 rupees, how to allocate various things. Buy a book, buy ice cream, give a treat to friend. There are various options. You have to choose one. So this is allocation of resources. So they will give options A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are the options? A, microeconomics. B, macroeconomics. That is second option. And third option, none of this. Just look at the option. There are 3 options. A, microeconomics, B, macro, and none of this. Now, the correct answer is that it is concerned with resource allocation of an individual, of a consumer. And that is microeconomics correct answer. So you have to write A. Just don't write A. See what is given A, then microeconomics also you write. Microeconomics also you write. And your A should be very clear. Some students write A like O. So that is why when you write A and write the answer also microeconomics, it ensures your marks. This is the way you have to write, choose the correct option. There are 3 options given. You have to find out one option. That is the correct option, microeconomics. When you write the option, suppose A, microeconomics, you have to write full all this. You have to write the term microeconomics plus A. Don't just write A, 1, B, C, D. You are not teaching ABCD for the teacher. That will be not the correct way of answering. You must be very particular. So, question 1, section A, answer is microeconomics. Microeconomics. So, this is the way you have to answer. Choose the correct answer. That is one type of question they may ask. Now, let's go for the second type of question in this. The second type of question is complete the correlation. It is also a simple question. Complete the correlation. They will give first one. Suppose they write 1, microeconomics. Microeconomics. They will give the answer. Slicing method. Because microeconomics follows slicing method. Now, second, they will write one more, macroeconomics. And they will just leave a square like this box. In this box, you are supposed to write the correct answer, microeconomics slicing method. Then macroeconomics, you know, Lumbic method. The answer, if it is lengthy, make a lengthy box. Extend it. Don't just put a box like that and try to write microeconomics. You must imagine, you must assess before answering what I have to do. So you have to make a sufficient amount of space in the box so that the letters, the words you are going to write will fit it. That is very important. Many students write, then they strike like this, then they go for another one, they write, the answer is not correct, then they'll make mistakes. All that you should avoid. In filling the blanks, objectives and all, what you write correctly. Don't go for overwriting. Avoid overwriting. The first rule in objectives, avoid overwriting. Overwriting means you are weak. You are not able to find out the correct answer. So please just write correct answer. In case, if you want to rewrite, make another box and write. Just strike it and write this. If there is no space left, then you try to accommodate within that in small letters. Or you can write another answer, but you just strike it off, go for another section, another answer, new answer, 1. Second, then the teacher will consider. Teacher knows the problems of the student. As far as your answer is concerned, you must avoid overwriting. It is better you score full. If at all you make a mistake, if there is a space, there only you write. If the space is not proper, you can't write proper, cancel it and rewrite the answer again so that it is clear for the teacher. Clarity of the answer is more important with good presentation. So complete the correlation is like this. Then they go for economic terms. Economic terms. Second one. What do you mean by economic terms? Give economic terms. They'll ask, give economic terms. They will give a statement. And After reading the statement, you have to give one word. Suppose, study of individual units. Study of individual units. Or they'll answer, they'll write study of aggregates. In this, you have to choose the correct term. Study of individual units. Then you can write microeconomics. Microeconomics. So one answer is microeconomics. Second, study of aggregates, macroeconomics. As far as possible, if you are speed, you can write the statement as well as answer. That can be good. That is the rule says. If you have the speed, some people don't write the statement, they write answer. But in that case also be careful, write the correct answer with correct spelling. Don't make any mistake like this. That will also a loss of marks for you. Economic terms, what you are going to write, you think twice before writing, and just what you get fresh answer, first time you think the fresh answer, what you get, you write. That is the correct answer. So this is the second type of answer, economic term, third type. Now, fourth one, there is one more type. There may be a statement. In that statement, one answer will be a strange answer, not connected to the statement. They will give a statement, and by reading the statement, you can find one answer is controversial answer. It is not connected to that answer. So I will see. I'll give an example. Just look at this. Pepsi, Limca, coffee, Coke. So find out that old answer. What is that strange answer in this? You have to find out that. That will give 1 mark. So you can just read that Pepsi, Limca, coffee, Coke. So this is the old answer. You can see that. Straight when you read the statement only, you will find out what is striking wrong. What is the wrong word? What is the wrong term? What is the incorrect term that is given in the statement? You just find out and write answer. When you write 1, B, coffee, write like this. So this is the another type of answer. Then the next one, that fifth type is complete the following statement. Complete the following statement. Suppose I give one statement. Demand for tea, milk, sugar together is called dash. So you have to write the term for this suitable term. Demand for tea, milk, sugar together is called dash. You can write joint demand. When 2 or more than 2 goods are demanded together for a single purpose, that is called joint demand. So you are demanding tea powder, milk, sugar, and boiled water, whatever it may be, together, and that is called joint demand. So they may give a statement. There will be a term you have to fill up, and that correct term you have to fill up. That is one more type in this. Complete the following statement. You have to complete. Last word is not written. So last word you have to fill up with the correct term that will suit this statement. So you must choose the correct one and write it. You get 1 mark for that. Then next one, sixth one, choose the wrong pair. Now here I will write one statement. I'll write one statement, you can find out. There will be a long statement. Choose the wrong pair. For that, you have to be a little patient. Just write vegetable. Vegetable, milk, flowers are called perishable goods. Okay. Vegetable, milk, flowers are called perishable goods. Next. TV, refrigerator, car are called durable goods. It can be used for a long time. Durable goods. Perishable goods, you must use it immediately. Now, these are the statements. Then you can write gold, diamond are luxury goods. Take it. These three statements. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You have to read these. Vegetable, milk, flowers are called perishable goods. TV, refrigerator, car are called durable goods. Gold and diamond are luxury goods. Okay, what are the types of goods? Now I add one more type of statement. You just see this. Look at this statement I'm going to add. That is the cause of worry for you now. What is that statement? Inferior goods. Inferior goods are superior goods. Now, there are 4 statements. Vegetable, milk, flour are called perishable goods. Okay. Refrigerator, car are called durable goods. Okay. Gold and diamond are called luxury goods. Okay. They are costly goods. Now, inferior goods are superior goods. That is one more statement. This statement looks controversial, looks indifferent. It is not connected to any of these 3 statements like this. It is because all these 3 statements talk about types of goods. What are the types of goods? But this is not talk about types of goods. Inferior goods are superior goods. That's all. So this is the wrong one. The wrong statement given. You have to choose the wrong statement and write that statement. That is the answer. So when you write answer, you have to choose the wrong pair and write that. So how to write answer? Hello, excuse me. Oh, I can't hear you, please. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh.
sir, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, because some interruption is there. I thought whether there is a technical problem. So the 4th one, answer you have to write. 4th answer you write that inferior goods are superior goods. Because you have enough knowledge, your teachers have taught you everything. I am just telling how to write the answer. That's all. So you must be careful in writing this answer. 4, what is the answer? You write. Just don't write 4. A. There are students, rocket speed. 4A. And teacher has to assume what is A. Where is A? Where it stands for, what it stands for. So students give the test to teacher. It is very interesting. Huh? Students are supposed to write the teacher. Sometimes we find the students are so clever. Come on, teacher, let me know your talent. Just find out what is this. It will irritate the teacher. Please make your answers clear, straightforward. Just write the answer faster. Okay, that only true or false. Maybe you write A true, B false. That you can write. Even in true or false, they will make some mistake. I will tell you later what kind of mistake they will make. So it is supposed that all students will write clearly the entire statement against the answer. 4th answer, what is that answer you write? You will get full marks. You will get full marks. Now, the next one, complete the following statement. Complete the following statement. Choose the right or wrong answer over. The next is, last one is match the column. They can ask that also. Match the column. In match the column, what they will do is that there will be two columns given. Group A, Group B. Please take care to write these columns. Here also you make one interesting answer that 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, 4th is D, and E is not given. Some student will go very interestingly. 5 is E also. You are not supposed to write like this. This will be wrong. This will not be treated as correct answer. You have to make two groups and join the group. Join the group. Suppose car in India, luxury, food, medicine, necessary goods. This is the way you have to write. You have to write the answers fully. You make two columns, group A, group B, and then start writing. What is group A? What is group B? So they should match. It is the way you have to write, match the column. So these are the different types of questions they may ask, and they will ask any 4 types only. They'll ask any 4 types only, and you have to answer all these 4 types into 5 marks. Now the last one is very important. Please just try to understand it. Last one. Now this assertion and reasoning. Assertion is a statement, declaration. It's a true statement they'll give. Assertion means true statement. It's a statement that is acceptable. That is true. That is like a declaration. And the second statement they'll give, you have to find out whether it is related to that or not. That's all. So you have to combine both the statement. So first, I'll write one statement. Just look at that. The total amount of goods. Total amount of goods demanded by all consumers in the market is called total demand. A simple statement I make for your understanding, that's all. I'm not going technically. When you add all the demand, amount of commodity demanded by all consumers in the market, it is total demand, aggregate demand. The individual demand made by all individuals together become aggregate demand or total demand. So total amount of goods demanded by all consumers in the market is called total demand. That is a true statement. Here, they will not write the last one. Is called total demand. So all the total amount of goods demanded by all consumers in the market, they'll full stop. So that will not be there. Now you have to assume what is this. Total amount of goods demanded by all consumers in the market. Now you have to assume what it will be, individual demand or total aggregate demand. You have to write the correct answer. So the correct answer is total demand. You have to give one term for that. Now, there will be another statement connected to that. Another statement connected to that. It is assertion, reasoning. Now, reasoning, I'll write one statement. 10 consumers in the market consumed 100 books. You see the statement very correctly and just read it. First statement is total amount of goods and services demanded by all consumers in the market. It is total demand. Answer is total demand. Now reasoning, another statement. 10 consumers in the market consumed 100 books. It is related to that. It is true answer. See, now you can say that whether they are true or false. Assertion and reasoning. A and R. You have to take these two. A is total demand by consumers. That is total demand. That B is reasoning. 10 consumers in the market consume 100 demand. Both are related. So you can say A and R are true. A and R are true. That is the first answer you have to write. Because A is assertion, B is reasoning. Both are connected. It is total demand. And it is also total demand. 10 consumer consumed 100 books in the market. Suppose in reasoning, if I write, Ram consumed 1 book in the market. Instead of 10 consumer consumed 100 books in the market, I write a statement like this. Ram consumed 1 book in the market. It is not aggregate demand. It is particularly about only Ram, individual. So it talks about individual, that is individual demand, that is not connected to assertion. So here A is true, B is false, R is false. You have to write like that. First case, A and R are true, both are connected. So they may give either both are connected statement they will give, or the statement which is not related to that will also be given. You have to choose whether it is right or wrong, whether it is fit or wrong. That you have to choose, that you have to find out. Assertion and reasoning you compare and write the answer. First answer, A and R are true. Second answer, R is the correct explanation of A. R is the correct explanation of A. So third answer they will give, both are true. So now you have to choose the answer. How you will write? Both are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Both are true because both are true and R is the correct explanation of A. All these options will be given. They will give 2 statements. They will give 3 options. A is true, R is false. A is true, R is true. A is true, R is correct explanation. A is true, R is not correct explanation. All options will be given. You have to choose. So the third option is A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. You have to write like this. So you must carefully read both the statement, connect them, understand them, they are connected or not. Suppose in reasoning, if they ask, Ram purchased a book in the market, then you say A is true and R is not the correct explanation of A, because that is about individual demand. It is about market demand. That is not the correct statement. It's a wrong statement because the statement is not connected to that. So first statement and second statement, assertion and reasoning. Assertion is the declaration, is a statement, whether it is connected to that reasoning, logic. Logic is fit, you can say, yes, A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. That you have to write. That is assertion and reasoning. This is very important. This may be asked also one of the types in the board. So you must have more exercises on assertion and reasoning. If you have a guide, if you have a book, please read this assertion reasoning. They are going to ask that because it's very important. It gives some work for the student. So all students must exercise this one very much. Then they give you a statement. They give you a statement and you have to answer true or false. So how to answer this? Statement will be given. Number 1, you look at this statement that as consumption increases, marginal utility diminishes. When you go on consuming, for every additional unit, marginal utility diminishes. That is the answer. That's the meaning of this statement. So you have to write whether the following statement is true or false. So you have to write, how to write the answer here. Many students make silly mistakes. Now you have to write 1. Suppose it is A. There are many A, B, C. A. What is the answer? It is true statement, right? True. Please write clearly like this. Don't go for your fashionable answering. Some student write tea. Then you write coffee also, limca, thumbs up. What is that? This is the way to write answer. You must avoid such answers. Please write fully. When you write true, why don't you write fully like this? The answer. Full answer you have to write. False or true. What is your selection? The teacher must know it. And some students, when they rethink, it may be false also. It may be true also. There are two minds going on. So what they do, very simply, very clever boy, he will put just like this. Teacher option, you take. If it is true, take it true. If it is false, take it false. This is not the way of answering. We come across such answers. You want to say true or false, you must make it clear whether it is true or false. When you write, just write true or false. You'll get clear marks, full marks for that. So that's a way you have to answer. So this is another important answer. Assertion, reasoning, true or false, fill in the blanks, complete the following. These are types of answer which may be asked in the first section, 20 marks. There'll be 4 sections asked. Each section will give you 5 marks and total you will get 20 marks. Total, you're going to get 20 marks and that you must get fully. Those who get full 20 marks, 20 out of 20, they score definitely above 70. Please ensure you get full marks in objectives and you write all answers correct. Don't be in a hurry. Be cool. When you enter the exam hall, you are over anxious. And first thing is objectives. I will advise the student that please follow the order set by the board. When the board set the question paper and ask the question setter to set the question, they follow some order. First objectives A, B, C, D. Then comes whatever distinction or whatever comes. So you just follow these order only. Some students have the habit of writing essay type question first, reversed. That is not a perfect logic to be followed. Because when you are anxious, when you enter the exam hall, you are so anxious, your fingers will be dancing little in the first time when you write. You know the answer also, you'll be more anxious. If you don't know the answer also, you'll be more anxious. So you have to be cool. Very important. Please be cool. Because you are over anxious, you are not going to get additional marks. So you must write it carefully. What is the answer? And it should be clear to the teacher when you write the answer. What answer you are going to write so that you can score fully 20 out of 20 in that. So suppose if you don't write, some students don't write the statement, but please write clearly like this. If you don't write the statement clearly like this, but in assertion and reasoning, please write both. Don't just save your time by assertion A, this is B. You can't write like this. You have to write full statement for that, and you have to write this also like this. So these are various types of question that will come in the first section. Any 4 types they'll give you, and each type 4 marks, 5 marks. So 20 marks will score. Now you'll go for the second aspect. After this, start the second one, question 2. In question 2, there are 2 sections. First, I will focus on section A. What is section A? Identify and explain the concept. Identify and explain the concept. What you have to do in this? They will give you a statement. Read the statement carefully. Don't jump into the answer very fast. Read it. Little 1, 2, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second. You just think about that. What is given? I'll give one statement. Read this statement. From 8 3 dosas. Just an example, don't worry. And after eating, third dosa, Ram said, he said, no. He stopped eating after third dosa. I will read the statement again. Ram ate 3 dosas. After eating third dosa, he said no. He stopped eating after third dosa. See, you have to find out the economic terms inside this. They will not give economic terms. You have to find out. Now, identify and explain the concept. Identify and explain the concept. Now, what you understand from this statement? He is eating. After eating third dosa, he thinks, okay, enough for me. I will not continue further. He will say, no, I don't want to take fourth one. So he stops consumption. He thinks he is fully satisfied. So there is no need for go for consumption. So a consumer stops consumption after third dosa. That means what? It is the point of maximum satisfaction. It is the point of maximum satisfaction. Only after having reached the point of maximum satisfaction, you say, no, not at all possible. That's enough. So in economics, there's a term for that. We call it point of satiety. Point of satiety. That is where you get maximum satisfaction. It is the point of maximum satisfaction. You can write like that also. So you have to identify and write only that term as the answer. So first you read carefully. Read carefully. You can't say consumption stop. You can't say like that. It is not the correct answer. Point of satiety. Point of maximum satisfaction. Where he has no intention to continue further. So you have to find out exact term that will fit this statement and write this statement. You will get 1 mark for that. So you have to write the point of satiety. If you don't write the statement, will do, but you have to write this. Identify and explain that. Now the next question is, there are 2 sections in this. First is identify and explain. That you have to answer. So 2 marks each. There are 3 concepts. 3 into 2, 6. You can score 6 out of 6. First, you have to find out the answer. Utility, marginal utility, total utility, point of satiety. Then write. Then explain that. 1, 2 or 3 lines you have to explain. So you will get full marks for that. So point of satiety. Point of satiety is the point where the consumer gets maximum satisfaction. Since Ram is not ready to go after third dosa, it means he has reached the point of satiety. That means point of maximum satisfaction. That's all you have to write. 1 statement, 1 word, 1 technical term for that you have to write. You get full marks, 2 marks. Like that, 3 statements will be given. All the 3 statements will have 1 hidden economic term. You have to identify and write that and explain the same in 2 or 3 lines. Don't write 1 side for that. Some student will write 1 full side. That is of no use. It is only objective. 1 mark you are going to get. So don't waste your time, please, by explaining what is total utility, what is marginal utility, what is maximum satisfaction, what is point of satiety. Some students go to the extent of drawing a diagram also for this. No need for that. You need not waste your time. It is 3 lines answer. Write concept and explain the concept. Only if it is needed, necessary, essential, you draw a schedule or diagram. If it is needed, essential. Otherwise, statement is enough. So you can write this to A. Now let's go for B section. So there are 2 sections in. First is identify, explain. Each one carries 2 marks. You are supposed to write the concept. You write concept first, then write the answer. So you will write the concept. Utility, if it is concept. If the concept is utility, 3, 1. You have to write. You write utility, then explanation. You write what is that, what you are going to write. So there are two paras, one line answer, utility, 1 mark you will get. This explanation, 1 mark you will get. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2 marks you get for this. So every answer concept must be followed by a suitable statement connecting that. That is very important. And it does not mean you have to write an essay type question like one. You want to convince the teacher by giving a long explanation. No need for that. You be simple, short, brief. Please be brief, short in this answer. That's what the board wants you to write. So that is one thing. Now, the next one. The next question is that distinguish. B. Distinguish between the following. Distinguish between the following. Here you have to answer very carefully. It is economics, not OCM. Distinction in economics different from distinction in OCM. In OCM, they give 4 marks each or 5 marks, whatever they give, but you have to write 7, 8 points. But in economics, you are supposed to write only 2 points. Board needs 2 points, which are relevant, related to the answer. Related to the answer. So that you have to write 2 points, and for safety, suppose you have a slight doubt, you can write 3 points. If you have speed, I'll advise only those who have speed can pick up this 3rd point. If you don't have speed, you stop writing 2 points only, correct answers. Some clever student who have speed can write, add 1 more answer, 1 more point, no problem with that. If it is possible, it is for safety. Sometimes in confusion, you write 1 point, controversial point, and first point right, 3rd point right, 2nd point not correct. The teacher will not punish you. Examiner, they read all the points. Correct point they take. Okay, leave it. So you have written 2 correct points, you will get marks. So safety side, you can write 3 points. That too only if you have time. If you are slow writer, you can't. If you write additional answer, it is going to consume time, which you can use for essay type question. That they don't write. But if you can write 3 points, I'll always appreciate. You are ensuring 2 marks for you. Distinction. Distinction, you should get 2 marks. 3 answer, 6 out of 6 you can get. It is possible to get 6 out of 6 in this. That is the second answer. So in second question, there are 2 sections. First section, identify and explain the concept. Second, distinguish between, and both you will write as I said so far. In distinction, please, when you write, suppose marginal utility. Marginal utility. Total utility. You make like this, not with the hands, with a pencil and scale, if possible. You are very good artist, then you can use the hand, you can use the fingers. Now, see, you have to make columns like this, 2 boxes. Then you write. In distinction, please note carefully, your first point must be meaning. Meaning of marginal utility. Meaning of marginal utility. The addition made to the total utility by consuming 1 more unit is called marginal utility. So write the meaning, first point. As far as possible, please write meaning as the first point. When there is not possible to write the meaning, then you can go for points. But mostly they give concepts only like this for distinction. So I will advise the students to write meaning of that. Then you can write example also if you have. Don't consider example as a separate point. Example is connected to meaning. So it can't be a separate point for you. Some students write meaning. Second, example. That is funny. Don't write like this. Meaning and example together you write. First, what is total utility? Total amount of utility derived from consumption of all units together is called total utility. So write the meaning. So first point must be meaning, you will get 1 marks for. Then second point, you can write the connecting point, that marginality always diminishes, totality go on increasing. Like this, you can write the points. Write the points. If you have time, with the second point, you can draw a diagram. If you have time, that is good. Even then, if you write points correctly, you are going to score full marks. So write first meaning and example. Second, one more point relating to that. That is enough. That is enough. Because if you write 3 points, it consumes time. If there are 3 distinctions, 3 points means it goes, your time goes. So correct points, 2 points you write. If you have speed, knowledge, and you are smart enough to manage time, you are very good in time management, then you can write additional point for safety, which is not compulsory. It is your option. If you know, if you can write it. Otherwise, don't write it. So this is how you have to write distinction. Please make the boxes like this, then write an entire statement you have to write here. Entire statement you have to write. Don't keep the teacher assume what you want to write. It is not assumption. Don't keep the teacher assume what you want to write. Some students write 2 lines, 2 words and read. Stop. 2 lines here and stop. No. You will get, instead of 2 marks, you will get 1.5 mark only. You will not get 2 marks. You must make your statement clear and get full 2 marks in distinction. So make the column, make the point, write 2 points. If you are smart enough, if you are speed, you can write 3 points. That's up to your option. But I will always tell 2 points is a must. You must write this. That is what you have to write in this distinction. And after every answer is over, suppose you write first, suppose you write the first answer, second, A. You have written the answer, that explain the, identify, explain the concept. Okay. After answers are written, you have written answer like this. One line you leave, this line. One line you leave, it is better. A gap of 1 line, then go for the B answer. Then it will make a distinction between both answers. Otherwise, will continue as the continuation of the first answer. There is no harm in leaving 1 line and write B. Always write section B. Some students forget to write the section. 2A, they will write second answer. They will not write B, but they will write the answer only. Now, what it looks like? If without writing B, if you write this answer, then it look like continuation of first answer only. Because teachers have more workload. They have to assess particular number of papers in a day. So they should not be harassed like this. You make the teacher irritate by writing not in a clear way, clear-cut way. Just leave 1 line and write. If you leave 1 line and write this, it separates. It's a boundary. Lakshman Rekha. At least if you don't write B also, teacher understand this is another answer. So they are just searching the answer, and that should be clear for the teacher. So don't make silly mistakes. When you write the first answer, leave 1 line and write second answer like this, 2B. Always write the question number and section carefully. This is the first point in answering. In answering, the first point is that you have to write the major number, second, question number 2, then you have to write section B or C, then you can write the answer. So be careful in writing answers like this. When you write identify, when you write distinction also, that make clear-cut point. When distinction also, you can write 1, 2, like that point number you can write, so the teacher understands the first point, the second point. And there also, against this first point, you can write the first point. Against the second point, you can write the second point. Alignment should be correct. Don't try to trap the teacher by writing the same point in a different way. That is not, the teacher knows that. So if you want to score best, your answer must be best. Presentation must be best. And you are the best student. That's what I have to write. I have to tell about second question. Now we'll go for next one. Next one. Question 3. Answer the following questions. This is the third section. Answer the following question. This is the third section. Answer the following question. In this, they give options. There are total 5 questions and you have to answer 3. You have to answer 3 questions out of 5. 3 questions out of 5. Each carrying 4 marks. So you get 12 marks. You must know students get 12 out of 12 in this. If your answer goes right, you write what is right, teacher gives you right. And everything goes right. All right? So you must always be right. Then you have the chance of scoring full marks. Teachers will give you full marks when you deserve, when you write the answer, because you are working very hard. So please make efforts in making presentation beautiful. Even if you write fast, write in such a manner, teacher can understand what you write. There should be no misunderstanding of concepts given in that. So it is very important when you write the third question, answer the following. You have to write 3 answers out of 5, each carrying 4 marks, 12. At least one side full you write. One side full you write. 3/4 is a must. Don't write one para, small para. You will get only 1 mark. You can't get 4 marks. It's a 4-mark answer. So you must fill the page. 4 marks. If points are there, 6 to 7 points you can write. 6 to 7 points you can write. That is okay. As far as possible, if you have the speed, try to add a little more so that one point wrong, the other point will safeguard you. So that is very important. So here in question number 3, there are 5 questions. You have to answer 3 and each carrying 4 marks. You have to write. Now, in this question, choose the question which you know best. You have been practicing. The student who practices more scores more. Practice is very important. There are some students who are like heroes. They just enter the hall without writing any exam. Without writing, they will bunk the college exam also. They will not just try practicing. If you practice, if you write again and again, prelims 1, prelim 2, prelim 3, prelim 4, prelim 5, some of the answer you might have answered 2 times, 3 times. These answers come in the board. It is just like eating halwa, sweets. So you must have good practice. A student who will practice regularly will be able to complete paper in time. Even 5 minutes will be left. 5 or 10 minutes will be left for him. It is the ideal solution for all problems. You have to start practicing. Still time is there. You have to start practicing. Economics and OCM, both are theoretical subject. Lengthy answers are there. So without practice, you can't simply score. Impossible. My best advice in this lecture is that please start practice test. Your teacher told, your college told, your college will send you letter, practice test you have to write. So you have to write the practice test. Please write practice test so that you know the answer. What will happen if you don't practice? You will ask me. Why? If you don't practice, what will happen is this. There are 3 questions you have to write out of 5. Actually, you know all 5 questions. You know all 5 questions. You will be very happy. You will be dancing. You will not practically dancing, but your heart will be dancing. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know. All questions you know. Now the problem is, since you have not practiced, since you have not attempted any prelim, you try to write, you go slow, you will not be able to complete the answer in time. Or you will consume more time, additional time, which is to be distributed for other questions. So this is the biggest problem with the students now. One of the biggest problems faced by the student is time management. They don't manage the time. Why it is so? Everyone will have problem. Everyone will have problem. Problem can be solved only by practicing. So practice, write. When you write more and more, when you write the same question again and again, it is registered in your brain, in your mind, in your heart. It is registered. And second time you go, you write faster. Third time you go still faster. The words will flow like river Ganga. That is the real practice of a student. It is not simply go for exam, read the subject, I know all the questions. No, you can't. Ideal student is one who will have practice of these questions, especially answer the following. You see that how much you answer, what side you have to answer, and you know full answer. Then a student who knows full answer will not leave unless he writes everything. Especially I have seen this practice, this experience with the girl students. Girls are hardworking. They just study every question, every chapter nicely. But a girl student who has no practice enters the exam hall, she will see all 5 questions I know. She starts essay type questions like that. She will start writing. Beautifully she will write. Maybe she gets full marks also, 4 out of 4. But you must know, remember one thing here. Since you are not time conscious, you are not time consciousness, you are not time management, you are simply writing without knowing how much time you are consuming. This is one of the biggest mistakes you are making. Blunder, I can say. So time consciousness is very important virtue of writing examination. Every student must know how much to write, where to complete, when to start. That very important than answering. Mere answering will not be scoring. It includes various other aspects also. Presentation of the answer, how many points you are writing, how much time you are taking. That is also part of the answer only. That is part of the answer. So unless until you practice well, you will never be able to complete your answer. I'm sorry to say that. No student without previous practice will be able to complete paper. You have to practice. Suppose it is Corona, you can't go out, I understand, but you are very good in online. And youngsters are very, very good in online. They never go out of line. So in online, you can keep your friends also. So one by one, every friend will come in line. What a beautiful line. Just contact all your friends. All you write together. And you know exchange. How to exchange. Online system, you know. Exchange the answer. Let them become the teacher. Let them assess. So make a group, write a test, you assess the paper. There's no time to search for a teacher. There's no time to go to the classroom because classes are closed. College is closed. So there is one way of answering. Test writing. Very important, I'm telling. Very important. Make a group and exchange with you the questions, the answers, and assess and find out. Suppose if you can contact teacher, all teachers are ready to help. At least 1 or 2 exam, you can request the teacher to assess your paper, and that will be a good practice. Without practice in economics and OCM, you stand to lose 5 to 10 marks. Please remember, you will not be able to pick up speed immediately. Only when you write the exam, you know how much time you are writing. When you write first time prelims, you may take 15 minutes more. Second time, 10 minutes more. Then, dire dire, you will be left with 5 minutes in hand. That's a way you have to practice. No one is expert or technical expert in writing answers with a great speed. Speed develops. It comes in course of time. And you have to develop that practice. You have to develop that quality. Please don't miss marks. Don't lose marks. Don't go to a situation where there is loss of marks for you simply because you cannot complete the answer. Many students cry after the exam because last question they know very well, but they could not write. This is the problem you are going to face, all of you. Please see that you make a group just after this lecture and start writing paper and assess the paper and just point out, just keep how much time you take for first exam, second exam, at least 3 prelims you complete, then you have no problem of timing, time management. Time management is one of the very important aspects of examination, board exam. You must be careful about that. So you write this. So 3 answers you are writing, 1 side you are writing. So just take, complete it, then go for the next question. And this answer should be related. Suppose if they ask types of utility. Now, one example I'll give in 3 questions. Types of utility. Types of utility. So you have to write types of utility. 1, 2, 3, 4. Time utility, service utility, knowledge utility, possession utility. All these types, 6 or 7 types, all the types you write. Don't be a confused. Be broad-minded. Write all types. And explanation, 3 lines, 4 lines. That's all. Don't write what is time utility like Marshall. You don't become Marshall to write everything in big way. Just write the necessary answer and write all the points and ensure you get full marks, 4 out of 4. Where there is necessary, you have to draw diagram. In types of utility, there's no need to draw diagram. But suppose if they ask one question, explain. Explain. Because many students commit mistake. I'm telling you. I am being a teacher. I was vice principal. I had the chance of moderation, examination, assessment, everything. So I find mistakes. Mostly students are not ready to follow the order. Number 1, that is wrong. Follow the order given by board. Secondly, when they write, they don't know how much to write. 1 side you have to write, full side, and write all the points. Suppose if they ask one more question, explain the relationship. Explain the relationship between marginal utility and total utility. Marginal utility and total utility, you have to explain. Here, diagram is important. You have to draw the diagram and explain. First, you explain meaning of marginal utility, total utility. Then draw a table, draw the diagram. Then you explain the answer. So you are supposed to draw units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Marginal utility 10, 15, 18, 20, 20, 18, whatever. Marginal, total utility. Total utility. I'm sorry. Total utility. Then you can find out marginal utility. 10. First unit, marginal utility and total utility will be same. So units, total utility, marginal utility. Then the difference. 5. What is the difference? 3. What is the difference? 2. 0 minus 2. So you have to draw this first. If you want to explain relationship between total utility, marginal utility, first you have to draw this schedule. Then you have to draw the diagram also. The diagram also you have to draw that total utility curve, marginal utility curve. Both you have to draw. So curve should be drawn, table should be given, explanation should be given, you will get full marks. Some student write theoretically what is marginal, what is total and points. No, you will not get marks. You are supposed to write everything that is essential. So wherever diagram is essential, table is essential, you have to draw table, draw diagram so that you give perfect answer and you get full marks. You get full marks. So this is answer the following. There are 3 answers you have to write. So explain. If they ask types of utility, question like this, you just explain the types of utility. Maybe 1, 2 example, if you write, you can write. If they ask, explain the relationship between marginal utility, total utility, draw the table, draw the diagram, then explain the relationship. Don't just explain the relationship, you will not get full marks. So there are certain ways you have to follow while answering the questions. How to answer? So that is the 3rd question. There are 2 sections we explain. Now we'll go for 4th question. Question number 4. Now what is this question number 4? State with reason. I have slightly mentioned that. I will give you details now. State with reasons. In the first objective, you have to write only true or false, no reason. Be careful. The same question will come in the objective. State whether the following statement are true or false. That's all. So you have to write only true or false. That is the first objective. When you write fourth question, state with reasons. State with reasons whether you agree or disagree. Whether you agree or disagree. It is the fourth type of question. The question is very clear. State with reason whether you agree or disagree. So first, what you have to do? First, you have to write agree or disagree. So, I agree or I disagree. Don't be stylish and fashionable. I agree to disagree. I disagree to agree. Please don't write, don't confuse the teacher like this. Please let your answers be very clear. Very clear. Clarity of answer is one of the very important aspects of answering. So you write, I agree, 1 mark you get. I agree, 1 mark. Teacher will give you 1 mark. Then you have to write the reason. Explanation for this. Explanation for this. So that whatever statement given, according to statement, you can write that. Suppose if they ask, the maximum amount of utility enjoyed by the consumer is called total utility. The maximum amount of utility enjoyed by the consumer from all units of consumption is called total utility. It's a statement. Then you say, I agree. Okay, 1 mark. So you write reason, total utility refers to total amount of utility derived from all consumption of all units. In the given statement, the consumer consumes all the units and he gets the total amount of total satisfaction, that is total utility. Like that, you can give the suitable explanation for that. So I agree is very important. Many students write I agree, but they don't give reasoning. Many students give the reasoning, they don't write I agree. Both should be there so that you get 4 out of 4. You can score 4 out of 4 in this question if you write agree, disagree, and reason. Suppose point wise you have to write. There are some. Suppose one question comes like this. In state with reason, I'll write this question. What type of question will come? Price is the only factor determining market demand. Now, this is the statement. Look at this statement. Price is the only factor determining market demand. Do you agree? Disagree? So, you know that price is also influencing demand. But apart from price, there are various other factors which will also decide. Psychological factors, economic factors. There are various other factors which can influence demand. So you cannot agree with the statement. So you can say, I disagree. 1 mark you got. Now, what is reasoning you have to give? Reasoning, apart from price, there are other factors. Following factors also affect. So you write fashion, income. Okay, that all points, 4 points you write, and 4 small explanation. So you should write point was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, please. Anybody has the doubt? 4 points you must write. If you are having speed, you can add 1 more. Always I'm telling, if you have the speed, you can add. Otherwise, don't just go for loss of time. Okay. So you are writing, I agree, I disagree, depending upon the statement. Statement is given. You read the statement. After you have fully understood the statement, your mind says it is correct. No, it is wrong. So you listen to your mind voice, nothing else. And you just write, I disagree or I agree. Then give the reasoning. Reasoning can be given in paragraphs also. It is not necessary that all reasoning must be in points. Some reasoning may be in point, some reasoning may be in one para also. The teacher will just focus on whether answer is related to the given statement. She is not counting the number of points. The answer is sufficient and it is related to the point given, you get full marks. You can't write every answer point wise like OCM. It is not possible. Some answers you have to draw diagram. Some answers you have to draw table. Some answers you have to draw diagram, table, give example and explain. Even agree, disagree, some answers may be lengthy. Little more you have to write. So you must know how to write. That is very important. When you write disagree, agree, the common mistake I find is they don't write clearly agree, disagree. When the question is asked, please write the question number 4. I will ask you one question. All the students here, by writing question number 4, do you think there is loss of weight or height for you? Your weight is reduced by 5 grams? Or your height is reduced by 1 centimeter by writing this? Why you are not writing? Question 4, why don't you write? And section B. This is very important. This is the first point of the answer. All other points come after that. So please listen carefully. Many of you don't write. Or sometimes you fail to notice you have not written question number and you write the answer only. It may confuse the teacher. Teacher will like those answers which are correctly represented by quoting question number, section. If you give question number and section and write the answer, I told you, it is like gulab jamun for the teacher. Give gulab jamun. Give correct answer. Please think about that. That is why practice is very important. Question 4B, you have to write this way and write reasons, all that. Now we'll go for question number 5. So here question 4 also you have 3 into 4, 12 marks. Give reason. You can get 12 out of 12. See, I say 98, 99 is given in board exam. Full marks are given. Everyone deserves full marks. So if you write correct answer, you are going to get full marks. 12 out of 12 in distinction or give reason. Whatever may be the question, you are going to get full answers. Now, next one, I'll write that. Next question. The 5th question, question number 5. Arun, just please 1 second, 1 second. Please wait for a few minutes. There's again a technical problem. Admit what I stop here.
என்ன பண்ணுங்க?
இது வரணும் ஸ்கிரீன்ல எழுத முடியும்.
சரி விட்டுருங்க. ஸ்கிரீன்ல எழுதாங்க. சும்மா பேசுங்க. இப்போ பண்ண முடியாது, ஒண்ணும் பண்ண முடியாது.
Now the 5th question is, they'll give a problem. 5th question, they'll give a problem. You have to solve that problem. Maybe utility. Just I gave you one example. Total utility, marginal utility. So you have to fill up that column. So they'll give a table. You have to fill up the column and they'll ask question. What is marginal utility? What is total utility? When the consumer gets maximum satisfaction. Suppose 2020, fifth unit, he enjoys maximum satisfaction. So that way the question will come. 4 marks will go for that and 4 marks for another section they'll ask. So there are 2 sections in this and each section carrying 4 marks. You will get 8 out of 8 in that. That is the fourth question. Now, fifth question, read the following message. I told you that there will be a problem in that. Next. The last question is explain in details. Answer in details. There are 2 questions, 16 marks, 8 marks. Now, I have to explain you how to write essay type answer. Most of you don't know how to write. Number 1, suppose one question is asked. State and explain law of demand. State and explain law of demand. What are assumptions? This is the question. Now, write statement of the law, then table diagram, explanation. After that, write all assumptions. Every assumption you write. That's the way you have to answer this question. Exception need not write because they are not asked. Suppose you have time, you can answer exceptions also. That depends. But you must write statement of the law. Very important. And table diagram, explanation. Then you can write all assumptions. If there are 8 assumptions, all 8 assumptions you write. That's the way you have to write this question. That is state and explain law of demand. Suppose another question comes. State and explain law of demand. What are its exceptions? See, read carefully every question. Now, in the first, they are not asked exception. Here, they have mentioned exception. If they mention exceptions, now you write the statement, you write table and diagram, then what mistake you do, all of you? You don't write assumption. Here, you have to write 1-line assumption. Don't explain. Don't explain because no law can be written without assumption. So you write statement of the law, table and diagram, assumptions, 1 line only you write. Just write like this. Then exception, explain fully. So if they write exception, it does not mean you can write without assumption. So state and explain the law of demand. What are its exception? You have to write statement, explanation, that assumption, 1 line, then exceptions if they are asking exception. If they don't ask exception, assumption you explain. Even if they ask state and explain law of demand, what are its assumptions? You write all assumptions. After that, if you have time, you can write exceptions also. It is option. But when they ask exception, it is not option. You have to write all exceptions plus assumptions in 1 line, short, brief. You get nice marks for that. So it is possible that you can score full marks when you know how to write. This is the way you have to write your exams. And please follow these instructions while you are writing. And essay type question, 2 sides, fully you have to write. You must fill up 2 sides. It takes 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes normally. And sometimes students write all other answers, so they have less time. They go rocket speed. So please be careful in time management and try to answer all questions. This is what you have to follow for writing various questions in economics. And now, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Anybody can raise the doubt. I'll try to answer so that you have some answers for your doubts. I hope you can hear me. All students, please, if you have any doubt, just please tell me.
Yes, anybody has doubt regarding any question in exam? Anush? Shamin?
Okay, madam, that
Okay.
it's all right. I have given whatever instructions possible. Let them be. They are serious students. They are overloaded now. Since board
Yeah.
exam is there, maths, accounts, all subjects they have to study. Really, it is hectic for the students. They have to balance all subjects. I wish all of you best results and wish you success. Thank you for calling. Thank you once again. Please be
Yeah.
careful, write well, score well. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you for your valuable guidance. I'm sure our students will definitely implement the techniques that you explain for writing different answers, okay, in exam. Also, the time and speed management that you
Yeah.
explain in order to complete the paper within the given time frame is also
Yes.
very helpful to them.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
now I would like to invite my colleague Mamta Sharma, okay, for giving vote of thanks. Mamta?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Mamta.
Okay. A very good evening to one and all. Sir, first of all, my heartfelt thanks to you. Sir, you have summarized entire paper pattern within a 2 hours very effectively, or sir, in a very precise or simple way. On behalf of Shrimati MMK College and Economics Department, I, Mamta Sharma, extend my sincere gratitude to Professor Kamraj for being accepting our invitation as a speaker for Super Achiever Mentoring Session. I hope students enjoy the session and sir, they definitely follow the instructions which you have given them for the coming board examination. I would also like to give my sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. C.A. Kishore Pishori, and our vice principal, Mrs. Roma Wag Madam, our head of department, Suhas Pawar sir, and senior faculty member, Madam Pallavi, and virtual team member, Team VIP. Last but not the least, a very good listener, my dear student, for making the session very successful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.